Exactly with this case, but let's get to it. The review today is of my new Glock 19 Gen 5 MOS. So what do you get when you purchase this gun? One of the first things you get is you get 4 plates to build and mount your optic system that come from Glock, so that's really nice. For me specific, as I have the Holosun 507C, it follows the Trijicon pattern, so I use plate number 2. But it's nice that they give you the 4 different plates, so you don't have to go out and buy the plates separately. The other thing you get, and I'll safety check this real quick. You get 3 15-round magazines, and the orange followers on here are telltale of these new magazines. So yeah, you get 3 of the 15-rounders. It comes with a Glock reloader, so you can, easier to reload your magazines. All Glocks come with a little cleaning brush, plastic handle, and then they come with a lock also. Now it comes with different back straps, and there are 4 of them when you get it. I decided to put one of them on. I liked the beaver tail one because I like to be able to have between my thumb and my pointer finger, this part of my hand go up and have a nice tight grip right there without the worry of the slide coming back and somehow pinching the skin. So I chose one of these, and I'll go over this in more detail as we get on. And then, of course, the gun. I'll talk about the gun in a second. Okay, so this is my Glock G19 Gen 5. Looks a little different than stock. I had started a video on it, didn't like how it turned out, but now I have my red dot already mounted on here, and my light on, so I'm not going to do a video that just shows what it looks like when it first comes out of the box. So there are some changes and some differences about this version of the Glock versus other generations. One thing is that it has serrations in the slide in the front. I don't know if you can see the serrations, but it has the serrations, and that's so it's easier to do your little press check. And it wasn't hard before, you could do it, but the slide being smooth, it could be a little slick. With these serrations, it does help you get a grip. Nice little press, you can check to see, and you're good to go. So it does help with that. On top of this, the sights on it are the normal Glock sights. Now, I haven't had a recent Glock. I had a Gen 2 G19, and it did not have the ability for a rail. So that's nice that this one has the option on the rail, so I can put a light on here. For someone like myself who's a left-handed shooter, as we move back a little bit, you always have the slide release on this left-hand side for the right-handed shooters. But what they've done is they've put a slide release on the right-hand side also. So now you have the ambi slide release that lets left-handed shooters now have the option of using their thumb to drop down and drop the slide. Previously, I'd either have to use a slingshot method, or I would have to bring my hand underneath, come around, and click it with my pointer finger on the opposite side. And that made me have to do a lot of readjusting of my hand. The grip on here, there's light stippling on the back, on the front, and on both sides. It's not too aggressive to the point where it's uncomfortable. I think it's just the right amount so that you're not going to lose grip of this gun. And the other part of the grip of the gun comes into these back straps. So having this back strap system is really great because, of course, everybody has different sized hands. Some people like this beaver tail type, some people don't like it, they want the regular. It's very easy to change out. What happens is, and let me take these out real quick. Okay, so now I don't know how easy this is to see, but this little holder that holds the back straps actually has a little tool right here. And this is used to be able to punch out that pin right here. So you just pop it in, you can punch that out. So now, when I was doing this, to me it felt a little flimsy. I wasn't sure if I was going to break this, so I just went to my garage and I got a small little T-handle Allen that was the right size, and I popped it right out a lot easier. This just didn't feel quite right to me. Okay, so when you pop it out, you will have this little pin right here. It's too small to be able to hold these back straps in. So Glock gives you one that's longer that is sitting on this, the side of this. So you just pop that off. You can put the one you pull out of the original, just pop it onto this little tool, take the big one, put your back strap on, and it'll clip in, and then replace it with that big one, the bigger pin, so it can hold your back strap in place. Again, I like this one because I like to get my hand up and get a nice high grip on it, and I don't have to worry about the slide coming back and catching any of the skin like this. So this was a great option that Glock went ahead and gave, it's called the MBS is what they call it. Just kind of checking my notes out, the modular backstrap system. Now I'm going to look at this. The slide and the metal parts are made from the NDLC surface, so anything metal and components got it. And what that's supposed to help with, it's supposed to be better for the hardness of it and rust resistance, which we all pay money and getting our favorite gun, we want to make sure that it doesn't rust and it's of higher quality, so I'm glad that Glock did that. Now they talked about this barrel being a more accurate barrel, and they said that the rifling and the crown of the barrel have been modified for the increased precision. I can say that I took it out, and I do agree. I think this is a very precise gun. I mean, I was very happy with its accuracy. Kind of lastly, looking at the trigger, this trigger is a little bit different than the previous Glocks. Now, let me just, on previous Glocks, I didn't really like the trigger that much. I don't think I was the most accurate with it. So I was told that this trigger was good. I tried it, and actually I thought it was a pretty nice trigger. You get that little blade, you get a small amount of take up, and you hit that wall. And yeah, so that's nice. So once you hit that wall, you don't have much before this gun will fire. And then for a reset, there's a small little reset with a great audible click. A little bit of travel from that reset and it's shooting again. This is a very, very good change that Glock has made. Now, there are better options out there still, and I will probably be looking at it as we just changed my dad's Glock 19 Gen 2 that he has to a ZEV trigger, and that thing is crisp and smooth. It's a very, very light trigger pull. It's a nice trigger. It's easy to be accurate with it. So I'll probably be looking at that for this gun. Another thing that lefties will like is that you have the option on this to change the mag release from the left hand side of the gun to the right hand side of the gun. Now, for many years, I've only had the option of having the mag release right here on the left hand side of the gun. So I've had to learn how to use my left hand, my main grip hand, the pointer or my middle finger, to drop the mag. A lot of times just the pointer, drop it. And it's just a little bit of a grip change. But it's something I've had to do and I've gotten used to. Now all you have to do is go up inside the mag well. There's a spring in here. You undo it, slip it out, flip it over, put it on the side you want, put that spring back in, and then you can have it on this right hand side. Again, I've never had a safety for me on the right hand side of a gun, so I'm not sure how comfortable I'd be with it just because I'm not used to it. It would take some practice. But it is an option that you can do if you are a left-handed shooter. It's nice that Glock did think about that for those lefties. Okay, so again, I kind of talked about this is the MOS version, and it's very hard to see it because I already have my red dot sight on. Well, let me grab this real quick. Okay, so the gun comes with this plate right here. It's got 2 screws. It comes with this plate attached onto the top. It's just be right here onto the top of this. And this plate is made for no optics, just your iron sights. All you have to do is remove the 2 screws from this plate and this will slide off. Then from the package that Glock sends you with the other plates, you can take the plate, put it on, select the right size screws, and tighten it back down. And then you have a plate on here that can receive an optic. So it's very simple from there. You just place the optic on. This one just had 2 screws right here, Loctite, and you tighten it down onto that specific plate for the optic, and it's mounted. So it's very easy to mount something like that. So instead of going through all the stats on this gun, I'm just going to throw them on the screen real quick so you can see the different stats from the weight of it, the slide length, all the information. Instead of talking about all the statistics of this gun, let me just throw something on the screen real quick to show you everything you need to know about the stats of this gun. What are my thoughts? What do I think about, this gun? Well, I think that Glock was smart. They listened to what people wanted. They've made this gun now so that left-handed people can have easier functionality with it. It is Glock quality. The trigger has been made better. The barrel is a more precise shooting barrel, as long as you do your part. And overall, this is a high quality gun that I highly recommend. Now again, I took it out. I did this yesterday to get my red dot sighted in. I did not use it with the sights, so I cannot comment on that portion of it. But I can tell you that shooting this gun, it was very accurate. It was a fun shooter. I can throw this up right here. Again, very happy with the shots. A couple shots pulled are just my shooting technique, but I am getting used to shooting a red dot, which I've never shot before, and it was a lot of fun. So in conclusion, if you're looking for a great, high quality, dependable gun, and you'd like to have a red dot mounted on it, check out the Glock 19 Gen 5 MOS. This is JR Tactical 213. Have a great day.